They've got it recording now.
Okay.
Thawind. Hey guys, Robert Rask Guitars. I'm here with Nils and Thawind Mills, right?
Thawind Mills, yeah.
Okay.
Nils and Thawind Mills. There we go.
Yeah. So Nils, he and I have been working on a guitar for the last almost years. We started in January, right?
Yep.
Okay, we've been working on his guitar. He's been filming every moment of it. It's just been amazing. It's been a fun process.
Cool.
And eventually we'll get it done. You'll actually get to see the thing and the videos that we're creating as we're doing it. We do this every week. Today was kind of cool because we're sitting here working on this thing, inching toward the finish line. And then I get a call from Thawind here today. And so he's in the area. He's come from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. I was playing shows and
1,500 miles away, right? Yeah. And so we're really glad and honored that you could come and spend some time with us.
I'm the one that's honored. Like I said, I've been Facebook stalking you for a long time. I've been watching your builds. I was listening to your videos. And the thing about videos, sometimes it doesn't portray this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And like I have to put my hands on this. And this is just one of many, by the way, guys. This is an amazing instrument. The sound, the craftsmanship, the quality, and it's the little details, all of the little details that make this. Like I said, it's I can feel the compassion, I can feel the spirit in it, I can feel everything. Your hands are in this, you know.
Thank you.
And so mostly I just wanted to come in and try to take as much out of your mojo as I could and play music with it. That's kind of where I'm at.
I love it. Well, we're excited because now we're going to get to hear his craft kind of combined with mine. So that's exciting stuff.
It's amazing. Cool.
So, all right, with that, we're going to let him just get into it.
So I preface this by saying any bad notes, it's my fault, not the guitars. I meant to ask you, do you name your instruments?
I do. That's the sleeper.
The sleeper.
Uh-huh. Because the wood is 50,000 years old that it was made from.
Jeez, man, your eye for detail,
Thank you.
Let me put it to you this way. If you were a baker and these was donuts, I would eat a dozen of these. How about that?
I love it. I love it.
With diabetes and all. I don't care. I'm trying to think of a song to play. I mean, like, just it blows my mind that this instrument sounds so beautiful. I'll make excuses later, but here we go. This is a tune called Chili Cheesecake. I can promise you nothing and give you everything. I can promise you everything and give you nothing. I can show you love that defines human speech. We can find ecstasy, two souls ever reach. I know your heart's your own and your soul should be free. But what I'm asking is, do you wanna fly with me? How do you want it to be? Do you want dreams or a reality of me? You asked forever, I said I'd try. It's now or never, baby. Do you know how to fly? Fly through my hair, my heart and my dreams. Will you hold me together when I come apart at the seams? How do you want it to be? Do you want dreams or the reality of me? Reality of me. Sorry, the volume's on. And will you take me just as I am? I'm not a guy say I love you even less. I love you even less. Nothing and give you everything. I can promise you everything and give you nothing. How do you want it to be? Do you want dreams or reality me? Reality me, reality
I'm not used to it yet. I'm not used to it, but God, it's amazing.
I love that.
I love the way this thing sounds, bro.
Dude, that sounds so cool with the harmonies and your double mics.
It's a little off, of course, but
it's so rad though. Do another one, man. You gotta do another one.
Oh my gosh.
says to man, I cannot self-harm. A man rolls up his sleeve and shows the scars upon his arms. Let me tell you a secret about my younger days. I crashed my bomber in the ocean. I was adrift for days. There upon the horizon I saw the shimmering lights. I heard the soul of the sirens, much to my delight, much to my delight. I said my princess maid leads me to my death. She pulls me underwater, stealing my last breath. She pulls me down deep. I see the green glow of the rice as she bites into me. Because the pain is no surprise. My grandfather and my grandmother were married for like 60 years. They were the most beautiful and intense couple I'd ever seen in my life. And it's what I want. It's what I want to emulate. My grandmother was a card, to say the least. She was a joker and a prankster, and I loved everything about her. My grandfather was a very stoic man. After the war, he came back to be a farmer. During the war, he was a fighter pilot. He blew bombers and commanded men. The reason it's so important is because when my grandmother passed, she passed on my birthday. So anytime my birthday rolls around, I always think about her, and I think about the gift that she's always given me. And I'd be remiss if I couldn't mention my grandfather and everything that he did. I remember times that he would come into my room and he'd say, "Boy, I'm the smartest man you will ever know." And I know this because he would tell me every morning. My grandfather didn't speak much, but when he did, it was important. He was that type of man. think the only person he loved more than Jesus is probably my grandmother. And that baby will run. You'll never hear him say something different in front of her. After she passed, he passed exactly 1 month later for no apparent reason. Some would say that it was from a broken heart. That's what I like to believe. So they put him in a nursing home, and I got the chance to go and visit him every chance that I was there, every time that I was there. I grew up my whole life sitting on my grandfather's lap, listening to Louis L'Amour books and stories about wars. And the thing that hit me most is that he always told me a story about the mermaids that saved his life. He was shot down somewhere in some ocean, and he crashed. And he said mermaids swam up and they saved him. And on the very tail end of his life, on the last day of his life, after I'd heard all the stories from the nurses and the doctors saying that he was slowly losing his mind, he would forget people's names, he would forget their names. He started referring to the doctors as nurses, as robots. These robots are coming in and they're waking me up and they're doing these things. He would forget his daughter's names, he would forget his friends' names, he would forget everything. And on the last day of his life, I come booming through that door, and he looked me dead in the eye and he says, "Thawind, how are you doing, boy?" And I looked at my grandfather in disbelief, and I said, "Grandfather, how is it that you could forget everybody else's name but you remember mine?" And he looked me dead in the eye and said, "Boy, with a face that ugly, I'd never forget you." I said, "Grandfather, would you tell me the story of the mermaids one more time?" And he said, "Son, I think you're old enough now. Sit down, let me tell you the truth." And I said, "The truth?" He says, "Yes, there's no such things as mermaids." And I said, "What? I've based my whole life on this. You're telling me there's no mermaids?" And he says, "No." He says, "But I do have something to show you." And he unbuckled his shirt and he lifted it up. And I see these horrible scars I'd never seen before in my life, because my grandfather never went without a shirt. And I said, "Grandfather, what are those?" And he says, "Those are scars." He says, "The truth is that day after I crashed, mermaids didn't show up to save us, great white sharks did." I still don't have the words. So he told me the story again. And this is the story that he told me. Robot says to man, "I cannot self-harm." A man rolls up his sleeve and shows the scars upon his arms. Let me tell you a secret about my younger days. I crashed my bomber in the ocean. I was adrift for days. Then upon the horizon, I saw the shimmering lights. I heard the song of the sirens. Most of my life, most of my life, I sing my princess mermaid, leads me to my death. She pulls me underwater, stealing my last breath. She pulls me down deep. I see the green glow of her eyes. She bites into me. Yes, the pain is no surprise. Yes, the pain is no surprise. I sat there and I listened to that story and I couldn't believe it. I was perplexed, I was shocked, I was moved to emotion. last words that I said to my grandfather was that I love you. And I hope that I can be the man that you see me as. I said, Grandfather, may I ask you one thing before I leave? And he said, yes, son. I said, how did you get away from those great white sharks? And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, I gave them some of your grandma's cookies. I'm sorry, that gets me. But a beautiful instrument deserves a song with feeling and emotion.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Awesome. That's the stories of my experiences of my life. This is an amazing instrument. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
This is gorgeous. I'm honored that you let me play this. Thank you so much for that.
The feeling is mutual, my friend.
This is gorgeous. It's beautiful. I want one. I want one to reflect my life and the people that I love in my life, and the music that keeps me alive. You know?
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm such a crybaby at the moment, but it's like music. If music doesn't touch you, then what's the point of playing it? You know? Sorry.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
Agreed. Oh man, seriously, this is amazing.
I know we're supposed to be having fun here, and I'm all crying. I love what you do. I love everything that you've talked to me about.
Thank you.
You know, from your love words to your, you know, to the hate rights, to everything that you said. You know, I have trouble sometimes expressing myself because I don't know what I'm here for. I don't always know what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's moments like this that just coalesce for me and show me that I am on the right path. You know? I'm sorry.
No, brother.
Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity.
I feel it, bro. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for taking the time to let me come in here and make a fool of myself.
No, this is amazing. I am just blown away, and it's an honor for me to have you here.
You make beautiful instruments. You put your heart and your love into these.
It's no different. You put your heart and your love into.
I'm scared to play it almost. That's why I was so nervous
to hear somebody play it with the passion that you did, and
This is such a beautiful instrument.
That's literally why I do this. Is for moments like this.
Turn that thing off. Let me compose myself and at least fix my mustache.
That is literally the reason why I make these, man. That's what it's all about.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do something upbeat, funny and
no, you're good.
Humorous.
You still got us laughing.
Oh my gosh. I love everything about this. This is the moment. This is the moment for me. You know. Thank you guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I know y'all need to get back to making guitars, so make me one while you're at it. How about that? Okay. Is that one still going?
Is it still
going?
going?
My God, that's our outtake.
I guess. I'm gonna leave mine rolling because you know what? I'm gonna post it on YouTube because my dad is gonna watch this video. Hi, Dad. I love you.
Is this still going?
It is.
I'm over here crying like a baby.
No,
oh my God.
no. You have no idea how much this experience is gonna mean to him. So no, this is beautiful.
Thank you for letting me play Sleeper.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you something about this guitar while we're switching batteries over there. So this has got a really amazing history. What's awesome is
wait, are you recording still?
I'm here.
Oh, can you record this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just turn it on for me? I miss all your
Here we
great
go.
stories, and I'm not
Okay.
missing this one. I'm not missing this one.
So this is the Sleeper. This guitar is very, very special. It was actually when I started building it. I have another set of this ancient Cowrie.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to building with. Very special guitar that I have planned. And this was almost like a test. I wanted to know what it was like to work with it. I didn't know how ancient Cowrie would sound. So I kind of went simplistic on the details. I didn't do as many inlays and stuff. But no question, as it was being built, just you could feel something special happening.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
like you could just feel it. Then I get it back from the finisher. I put the final touches on it, glued the neck on and the bridge, and then we strung it up for the first time. and I heard something I'd never heard in any one of my guitars before. And I still to this day can't put my finger on it. There was just this magical, like almost shimmer in the overtones that just you can't define, right? And at the same time, I also felt like it lacked a little bit of some of the bass that I like to hear in some of my other instruments, right? I get this thing done literally 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd worked all night through the night because the next day we were getting on a plane and going to Nashville. And we were going to be going to a studio where one of the most recorded guitarists in history had, was going to play some of my guitars. Right?
Yes.
And so when we get there, I'm in the hotel room, and I almost decided to leave this one at the hotel because I felt like it had something that was lacking.
Yeah.
Right? And yet, at the same time, I was totally split on it because I also knew there was something very beautiful about it. Okay, so anyway, we took these guitars, went into the studio, and he played all 3 of the guitars that I brought that day, recorded with all 3 of them, and then fell in love with this one.
Oh, yeah, I
and
know.
It was his favorite. It was his favorite. And it went down on the track so clean. He didn't have to pull all the bass out of it and everything like that. Now, what was interesting, I left it on loan with that studio for several months, and it went on to, 25, 30 different albums, right? And so it was recorded, on a lot of different records and stuff. So that was really cool. Meanwhile, there was a gentleman who had watched his name is Jimmy Stewart, and Jimmy, love you. And so Jimmy had been following the process of building this guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And he had found the inspiration in the building of this guitar, and he wrote a song about this guitar.
Yes!
And then he drove 1,000 miles to meet me in Nashville and play this guitar. And so we didn't have it planned before, but while he was there, I'm like, you came all this way.
Yeah. That sounds familiar.
Seriously.
That sounds really familiar.
Yeah, you're what, 1,500 miles away from here? I love it. So he comes all this way, and I'm like, well, you're here. We got to do a video. So we made a music video. It's on YouTube. You can see it. It's called "The Gift of Time." That's the song.
Yes.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Yes. That's the song that was written for this guitar.
That's so brilliant to be able to put.
Yes, it was so fun. It was so fun. So I was really honored that he was able to do this. Now, that being said, I then, this guitar was going to be for sale. This is one of 2 guitars that I've taken off the market. I will never sell them. The first one was Edie, the very first guitar I ever built.
Yeah.
I will never sell that.
Of course,
the first, right? And this is the second one. And so now my intention with this guitar is to just hold on to it forever. It's going to grow in value because it's going to grow in provenance.
Yes.
And so you just added to the provenance of that guitar, okay? This is a guitar that there is no price for it. Nobody can buy it. I will keep it, and I'm going to use it. My intention is to use it on any kind of high profile, like if some famous musician wants to write or do a record and record with it. This is I bring out the big guns, right?
I'm honored to be.
And so that's what the whole intention of this guitar is. It's like my secret weapon when somebody needs that really special guitar.
It's brilliant.
And so to have you here play it, it's an honor, and you've just added to the whole.
It's an honor for me to play
history of it.
You brought 3 guitars out to me, and every one of them is fabulous.
Thank
you know what I said. First, and that's probably why this is the first one you handed to me. I played it. It's just there. I can't. It's unquantifiable. You know what I'm saying? There's not a word that I could do. I love the other 2. Don't get me wrong. I do love them. But when you ask me to play it, I'm like, the first one back. Without a doubt, there is. And I could sit here and be like, I like to play cutaways. I don't like this. Doesn't matter. This instrument is brilliant. It's so good, in fact, that I'm nervous when I was playing it. I was like, don't hit bad notes. It's not the guitar, it's you. But you were just such the artist and such a craftsman.
Oh, thank you. Well, let's hear one more.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't scared. I just gotta think of what to do. What would
Hey, you got something? I noticed in all your pedals there, you've got some drums and
I've got
stuff like that. Do you want to do something that's incorporate some of that?
Let me show you. I'll do a little piece. This is a new one that I wrote. Hopefully it translates well. It's just a funny little tune. So I'm using a bass simulator when you first hear it. so I can give myself a little low end on this part of it, and then I'll switch off to it. So I'll just do a little small section of this piece. This is a piece called Awkward Together. I know I'm a very awkward person, and I don't always fit into all the cliques and everything else with everybody else, and so I realized I never was going to, so I just chose not to. I just chose to be myself, and this is hopefully a celebration of the people who are awkward as well, so let's be awkward together. You know? And that's what this is. So I'm using a beat buddy, and I'm using, I love electro harmonics, so I'm using a bass line for this, and then we'll just keep it simple.
Cool.
So it goes like this. I can't get to the roar. Oh, rather cut away.
Alright.
Oh.
Let's be awkward, awkward together. Come on, baby, set yourself free. Let's be awkward, awkward together. Come on, girl, you're just like me, yes you are, just like me. You got something, something to say. We'll load it up and fire away. I know the difference is true. I think there's something wrong with you, and I like it. Yes, I like it, yeah. Yes, I do. I like you. My favorite version of you is watching you do your break dance. My favorite version of you is watching you reading without no pants. That's awkward. Come on, let's dance. You got something to say. We'll load it up and fire away. I know the difference is true. I think there's something wrong with you, and I like it. Yes, I like it, yeah. Yes, I do. I like you. Awkward together. Let's be awkward, awkward together. Let's be awkward, awkward
Oh, that was incredible.
I dig that so much.
All right, we're going to sign out here on this
Thank you
one.
so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.